Okay, so here's a video to help you as you put together this 3D project. It is a great project, and I think you'll really be pleased when you're finished with it. And it's really not that hard when you consider it, okay? So basically there's three parts to it. There is the inner box, okay? There is the wrap, okay? Kind of wraps around the box. And then there's the easel card on top. So I'm gonna show it to you in three different parts. I'm not gonna do like every single solitary thing with it because some of it is self-explanatory. For example, the big shot, the printing, but or the stamping. But I am gonna show you the three components of it, and then you can put it together yourself. So first thing we're gonna do the box, okay? So I have cut this piece of thick white cardstock to 6 by 6. And then what I'm going to do is take my paper trimmer and where's my scoring blade? Pause, please. Unpause. I found it. Okay, so we're going to take our scoring blade and we're going to score it 1 inch on all four sides. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, then let's take your snips, and of course we'll fold and burnish. And with thick cardstock, you guys know the burnishing, I don't know why I'm using my fancy words. You guys, if you've ever seen my videos, you know it's called bone folding. So, in a bone fold, all four sides, get those creases good, and then take your snips, and it really doesn't matter where you cut, but you're going to cut your 4 slits, okay, 2, and then 3 and 4. Okay, so we've got that. So you guys can see how the box is going to be assembled. I find it's easier to do the DSP before I put everything together. So I have cut this, and the directions say just a smidge smaller than 4 by 4. So if you're wondering, Julie, what exactly is a smidge? Well, a smidge is maybe 3 7/8, 3 and just a smidge. You guys know what smidges are, right? I mean, we are nothing if not high-tech and deliberate with measurements here. You know, Rhonda and I are all about the numbers. So I'm going to adhere that right in here. So you guys are with me so far. This is very doable so far. I'm not even worried about you guys getting this done, okay? Then what we're going to do is, as you put your box together, and for me, I find it's a little bit easier if I put my box together without adhesive first, just to kind of visualize it. So in doing this, I can see this is the front of the box, this is the back. So I'm going to flip this over, and on what is going to be the front and the back, I'm going to adhere designer series paper. It's the same sheet. I'm just using what I call the B side, okay? And I have cut that down to 4 by 7/8, and I'm going to adhere there and there. Again, this is what I would call the front and the back. And you'll do this. You don't need to do it on all of them. You'll do it on these 2 sides because these are the 2 sides that show, okay? And I am now ready to put my box together. Now right now, just for the sake of time, I'm using Seal, but you could use Seal Plus. You can use your sturdy glue. My favorite is tear and tape. That's what I prefer for any kind of 3D project. And I'm just putting my box together. Okay? Easy peasy, right? That part's done. Now let's get ready for part 2. Okay, now part 2. We're going to make the wrap. So you're going to cut your cardstock, again, thick basic white. You're going to cut it to 4 1/4 by 11. Okay, and then you're going to score at 1 inch. Park the dark. What does that mean if you haven't seen my videos before? Park the dark. I got it from Missy Shipman. You park the dark blade at the top so you don't cut by mistake. It's really a great tip. Okay, so I'm going to score at 1 inch. You can see I like to use my 1 inch. I'm going over to the right side on my stamping trimmer. 5 1/4. And all these directions and all these measurements are in the tutorial, okay? I'm just doing this so you can see it as well. 6 1/4. Now I'm going to open my arm up. This falls out a lot. That's the only thing that bugs me about this. Okay. 6 1/4. Okay. And 10.5. So those are the score lines to make my wrap. Okay. All right. So I've got that done. Now you know the drill. All right. Fancy stampers, the ones that are high tech, say burnish, Julie Salva, because it's time to bone fold. So bone fold on all 4 of those score lines. Okay. And as this is the wrap, you can kind of see as you put it together. All right. What you're going to do with this is you are going to take 2 pieces. You're going to cut them to 4 1/4 by 7/8. Again, I just used the flip side, and those are going to be adhered on both sides of my wrap. And when I kind of put it together in the fake way, I can see this is a side and this is a side. So let's go on and do that. Again, I don't recommend regular seal. I'm just using it right now for ease. There's one. And here's our second one. All right. And then we're going to adhere our wrap. Let's put adhesive on that little 1/2 inch mark. So I'm going to apply that adhesive there. Bam. I've got my wrap made. Now I want to decorate it, right? I want it to look cute. So I have my my sections there, and this will now go right over the box. Where do you see? Okay. Hold on, babe, I'm filming something. Okay, so that's what we've got. Okay. All right, you ready for part 3? All right, hold on. Okay, we're almost done. So now we're going to do the easel card up at the top that is attached to this box. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to cut your thick white cardstock to 4 1/4 by 8 1/2. Then you're going to do some scoring. You're going to score at 2 1/8. You know this. You know it's an advanced project when we're working with eighths. Okay, park the dart. 2 1/8 and 4 1/4. Okay, so we've got this scored right here. We're going to fold this in half. All right, just regular card. And then we're going to fold this in half as well. Because you can see, as with an easel card, that's how it's going to look. Okay, so again, you've got it scored. Fold in half, fold in half. So basically you're making 2 mountain folds. Okay, all right. Now that's the hardest part. Now we are just about done. We are going to cut a 4x4 piece of our designer series paper. Now we get to use the pretty side. And that's going to go on the front of the card. We'll set this aside for a minute. We need 2 pieces. So there's one. And then we're going to use the B side as well, cut to 4x4. This piece is going to go on the inside of the card. You'll notice once we get it squared away that this piece matches the box. Okay, so we've got that. Oh, I didn't get that centered good at all. Let me pull it up. Even though I'm doing it as a sample, I still want to do it right because when I finish it up, I can give it to somebody. Wonder who I will give it to. You ever think about that when you're making something? Do you decide who you're giving something to before you make it, or do you make it first and then see? Okay, then we're going to cut one more piece of basic white cardstock, and we're going to cut that to 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. It doesn't have to be thick, it can be, but I'm going to cut one more piece. I'm going to go on and cut it right over here, just outside of the screen here, but you guys know what cutting cardstock is like. Now, why am I cutting this piece of 4 1/4 by 4 1/4? I'm going to show you. going to adhere the pretty piece here. Oh no, I'm out. Boo. Yes, that's okay. I've got enough to finish this. Okay. So this is going to go, I've cut it to 4x4. It's going to go on that. And then what you're going to do is adhere this, okay, to this front flap. Just like that. Do I have any other? You know what? I do have some mysterious tear and tape that has appeared somehow in my adhesive tour. So let me go on and do that. So I'm going to take the tear and tape and put it right here on this bottom half of the card. One more little piece right there. Now this is really a great project for Christmas gifts, for anything. They'd be really cute sitting on a Thanksgiving table setting, right? With maybe some candy inside of it. But you can certainly put jewelry, money, gift cards. I mean, that box is a nice size. You're gonna be able to put in it what you want to put in it, okay? So I've got my tear and tape there. I'm gonna take this, and I will tell you as a tip, okay, before you adhere it, you may want to go ahead and decorate this piece. Okay, so that would be where you stamp. You're going to use your Label Me Thankful dies here. You've got scraps in there to do these pieces. And you can tie your ribbon around. If you go on and adhere this first, you can still tie your ribbon. It's just not going to be hidden back there. So decorate, decorate, decorate. And then adhere this. It's going to lay flush. All right. See what I've done? You will punch out your sentiment from a scrap. You're so appreciated. Okay. In your kits, I've already punched it for you, so you don't have to worry about that. And then this right here, under our box and our wrap, this is going to be adhered right to the top, just like that. And that's what it looks like. What do you think? That's pretty good, right? Are you amazed at yourself and proud of yourself for making it? I have no doubt that you guys are going to make this and you're going to be great at it. And again, this is the finished one. You have a picture of it in your tutorial. Okay. Here's my box that's going in, and you can use any DSP you want. I mean, it doesn't matter. Ta-da. Good job, guys.